Hi, and a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. Tonight, we have 7th and 8th grade boys basketball action here at the Central Middle School, where the host, Central Middle School Chargers, take on the St. Peter's Lions. I'm Ted Rutan. Glad you're joining us here tonight. Should be a dandy. We have the crosstown, actually across the street rivalry coming up. The Central Chargers come in, the 7th graders with a record of 5-3, St. Peter's with a record of 10-4, and no, it's not the B team, it is the A team for Central. The starters for Central, number 23, Cooper Horn, 24, Nick Alvarez, number 32, Landon Jarvis, 33, Brady Probst, and 35, Luke Harmon. We'll get the starters for St. Pete here in just a minute, as that opening tip is controlled by Tyler Blythe, and he's being guarded by Cooper Horn. Will Boyer now sets it out top 2-3 zone for the Central Chargers. Blythe, right wing. Cross court to Silva. Central has a height advantage, obviously, here as we start this game. Blythe splits the defense, and there will be a foul called, and I think they will get number 35, Luke Harmon, with the hand check. The officials for tonight's ball games, Andrew Hall and Rich Day. Blythe looks to throw it in against the zone, gets it out to Boyer. Silva. Other starters are Mateo Mendez, number 34. He's setting the pick there as Boyer launches a three and connects for the first points of the ball game. Nick Stoner also is in the starting lineup as we have those set for you now. St. Peter's starts off in a man-to-man. Cooper Horn, three-pointer left baseline. He is off the mark. The ball knocked around. It'll stay with Central. Big matchup here. Tyler Blythe on Cooper Horn. Cooper has an obvious height advantage, but a couple of really good ball players and really good friends. They play together in a lot of their AAU teams, and families know each other well. Move there by Jarvis, back out to Harmon. Harmon drives, puts up a runner, right hand off the glass, and it'll stay once again with Central underneath their basket. Inbounds play, they get it inside, and it's taken away. Blythe on the breakaway, he goes up with the right hand, and it's 5-0. St. Pete on top. And a timeout called by Central. The St. Peter's Lions, 5-0. Pretty good start so far. You're watching the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network.
RE/MAX. Call Gene or Annette today.
(5-0) the quick start for St. Pete. Central will have the ball, and St. Peter's puts on some full court man-to-man pressure. Looking to get it in bounds as Harmon finally throws in and gets it back. He's guarded there by Silva. A little help from Boyer coming up the court. They'll set up their offense. Want to see if they want to try to get inside to their size advantage. Horn dribble baseline, and they're going to get Tyler Blythe with a hand check foul. So here comes the inbounds play for Central. They cross, get it into Horn. His shot in the lane is no good, but the follow-up is good by Brady Probst. 5-2 the score. 2-3 zone. Horn was guarding Blythe, and he gets it over to Boyer, and he's 2 for 2 from three-point land. It's 8-2. Horn uses a screen. Blythe charged with trying to limit the touches for Cooper Horn. And that'll be a double dribble there as Jarvis forgot he'd put it on the deck when he first caught the ball. First substitution in tonight's game will be Max Mormino. He'll be replacing Jarvis. Silva brings it up. Stoner. Boyer will try a third three. He's 3 for 3. 11-2. And Will Boyer is on fire. Full court pressure. Harmon brings it up against Silva. Horn looks inside, the pass is deflected and stolen away by St. Peter's, but they'll say that Silva bounced it on the sideline. 11-2, 2:58 remaining first period. Horn gets it in to Probst. Harmon out top. They'll set their motion offense. They start off with some down screens. St. Pete, their man-to-man defense, has been able to get some hands on those passes so far. Horn throws it in. It'll be taken in the backcourt by Harmon. Drives into the lane, pulls up from 10, won't go down. Blythe with the rebound. He looks up ahead. Here's Boyer, and he will lay it in. It's 13-2. What a start for the St. Peter's Lions. And we're going to have another timeout taken as the St. Peter's Lions roaring out to this first quarter 13-2 lead. The Central Chargers had to talk this one over for a second time as St. Pete has gotten off to a great start. Let's see if they can get some offense going. Cooper Horn says, I'll take care of that in about 4 seconds. He's able to beat the full court pressure with a back cut and a nice move down the lane for his first bucket. Baseline jumper is good. Nick Stoner knocks one in. 15-4. Horn with the ball out top. Nice pass in the lane and the turnaround by Brady Probst for his first basket. It's 15-6. It's like Central is trying to get it inside and use that size advantage. Horn steals it from behind, throws it down the court. An excellent play by Cooper Horn, chased down by Alvarez, and he misses it, and we will have a held ball. 15-6. What an effort by Cooper Horn defensively to tap that one away, save it, and make the good decision to throw it down towards Central's basket. Alvarez couldn't connect, but it remains Chargers basketball. Horn guarded by Blythe. The throw over the top, fake by Harmon. He'll pass it out to Mormino. Horn tries a three, right wing, got it. Hangs the net, and Cooper Horn has 5. Ethan Neff into the ball game for the Chargers. 15-9, St. Pete leads, 1:15 remaining first quarter. And losing his footing as he drives down the lane was Ben Silva. Harmon inbound. Still full court pressure by St. Pete. Mormino fakes the pass, guarded by Boyer, and loses control. Boyer picks it up, and there's a steal, and he's going to get it to Blythe, and he will go in with the left-hand layup. Tyler Blythe has his second layup, and it is 17-9. Horn breaks the pressure, drives into the lane, double clutch, count it, and put him on the line. And that will be the second foul on Tyler Blythe. So Cooper Horn now has 7, a chance for his 8th point to pull it into a 5-point margin. He's done a nice job breaking the pressure. More aggressive in the lane. He makes the free throw, completes the 3-point play. He has 8 of the 12 for Central. It's 17-12, final 40 seconds first quarter. Silva picks up his dribble. Stoner gives it back up to Emmett Romine, who's into the game for Tyler Blythe. Blythe has those 2 fouls. Silva makes his move, goes around, and the shot from the left baseline won't go down. Horn looks up ahead, and it's stolen away on a great play by Nick Stoner. However, it's stolen back, and Stoner will commit the foul, I do believe. They will give it to Nick Stoner, his first foul, team's 3rd. So with 8.7 seconds remaining, Brady Probst will go to the free throw line. First one, no good. Second one up, that's also off the iron. Stoner with the rebound. Let's see if they can get it up the court. The ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Pete. 5.1 remaining here in the first quarter. And we're going to have a timeout call by St. Pete as they look to set up something to get a score here in the final few seconds of the first quarter. 17-12, the Lions lead the Chargers.
Remax. Call Gene or Annette today.
Welcome back. 17-12, St. Pete leads Central. They let 3/10 of a second run off, so with 4.8 seconds, Silva is going to pick it up. He'll get it across half court. They're looking to make one pass and a shot, and they won't get a shot off in time. At the end of 1 quarter of play, 17-12, the St. Peter's Lions leading the Central Chargers on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by Remax. St. Peter's basketball to start this second quarter. 17-12, the Lions took an early lead as Will Boyer nailed 3 3-pointers and had another bucket, another layup for 11. Tyler Blythe had 4. Nick Stoner with 2. That's their 17. Shot in the lane by Silva, won't go down. Rebound pulled out of there by Emmett Romine. Adam Everode into the ball game for the Lions. It's Everode, Mendez, Stoner, Romine, and Silva on the court right now. Stoner backs in now, nice pitch out to Romine, and he drives and will be fouled. Let's see who they will give this one to. They're going to give that to Chase Zaffe, who's into the ball game now for the Chargers. We'll try to reset these lineups here in a moment. Will Boyer back on for the Lions. He will inbound. Horn guarding Romine right now as they've gone to a man-to-man. Silva out top, gives it back to Romine. He's going to try to drive that, but cut off. Good defense there by the Chargers. 2-man game left side. Romine pitches to Stoner. 16-footer right wing won't go down. Rebound pulled out of there by Neff. Here comes Cooper Horn. Surveys the situation. Going to drive right side. Pull up from 12 off the glass and in. Cooper Horn in double figures with 10. Silva uses the screen. Left hand off the glass. Won't go down. Rebound pulled out of there by Alvarez. Horn looks up top. He goes down the court to Probst, and Probst lays it in. 17-16. Good start to the second quarter for Central. Man-to-man defense has picked up the intensity for the Chargers, and they've gotten a couple of easy looks as opposed to trying to set up their offense, and there's a steal by Probst. Alvarez to Horn. Horn looking to take the lead for the Chargers. Spin move off the glass and in. Cooper Horn has a dozen, and the Chargers lead 18-17. Romine has it taken away. Horn once again, and he's probably going to challenge this all the way, and he won't get it to go this time. It'll be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Chargers. Good move by Horn. Excellent defensive effort there by Emmett Romine, not fouling and making it a tough attempt for Cooper Horn. Inbounds play, cross screen. They get it inside. Alvarez looks to Neff. They use their size, and it won't go down. And we're going to have an over the back called on, I believe, Nick Alvarez. In fact, that will be Alvarez, his first, team's third. 18-17. St. Pete trailing. Been a 6-0 start to this second quarter for the Central Chargers. Boyer being guarded out top by Probst. The weave with Silva. He's being guarded there by Luke Harmon. Silva, runner in the lane, won't go down. Rebounds on the court, and we'll have another held ball. This possession arrow will go to St. Pete. Landon Jarvis back on the court for the Chargers. .254 remaining first half. Central gets it inbounds. Boyer pulled up after he made those first three. They haven't let him get any open looks since. The drive all the way down, put up by Romine. He thought there was contact, no whistle. Cooper Horn brings it the other way. Horn pulls up from 21, got it. His second three of the ball game. He has 15 of their 21. They lead 21-17. And Horn with another steal. Nice bounce pass up the court. The layup is good by Probst, and the lead is now 23-17, an 11-0 run here in the second period. The Chargers lead the Lions by 6.
Max. Call Gene or Annette today.
(23-17). The second quarter has been all Central Chargers. They've scored 12 to take a 6-point lead. Excuse me, they've scored 11 to take a 6-point lead. Tyler Blythe back onto the court for the Lions. He has 2 fouls, and I don't think it's a coincidence that once he went out, the lead evaporated and finally went the other way. Blythe's left-hander won't go down. They look up the court. Alvarez puts it up. Won't go. Rebound. Horn. Another three. This one won't go down. And the rebound fought for. Stoner comes out of there with it. They look up the court. Boyer gets it to Blythe. Weak side, Trueblood. Trueblood drives down the lane, loses it a little bit, has to pitch it back out to Emmett Romine. 23-17. 1:20 remaining here in the first half. Blythe, bounce pass inside, and the cut down the lane, the return pass couldn't connect, but he will earn a trip to the free throw line. I believe they gave that one to Alvarez, but I'm not sure. We don't have the official stats on this side. Tyler Blythe shooting a pair. First one is off the back iron. Adam Ebrode back on for St. Pete. It was a nice give and go as Blythe made a good pass into the post and an excellent return pass from Cam Trueblood. And he misses both free throws, but Trueblood comes out of there with the rebound. They swing it back. Trueblood, three, left wing. Won't go down. Wide open right wing. Nothing but nylon for Luke Harmon. And it's now 26-17. 45 seconds remaining. Blythe uses a screen. Beautiful bounce pass to the cutting Boyer. Couldn't get the shot to drop. Horn brings it the other way. And they're going to call steps on Luke Harmon. 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. What was a 17-12 first quarter lead for St. Pete is now a 26-17 lead for Central. St. Pete has not scored in the second period. Let's see if they hold for one now that the clock is at 15 seconds. Romine gives it up to Boyer. 10 seconds. Blythe Out top. Thought about the three. Boyer with 5 ticks. Doesn't look at the basket. Silva's going to fire one up, and that will end the first half. The first quarter, a great start by St. Pete. The second quarter, a shutout for Central. It's 26-17 at halftime.
Hello, my name is Scott Schumacher, and I'm the principal here at St. Peter's Lutheran School. A year and a half ago, we designed and launched a multi-year ministry initiative that would enable our school to reach our 2020 vision. To maximize our school potential, we really have 4 key elements: increasing retention and fostering growth, reaching unchurched families with the gospel, increasing the diversity of our students, and enhancing learning opportunities. And by the grace of God and a lot of hard work, I'm here to tell you that we have made great progress on this initiative. We have spent a lot of time and energy with our junior high students to make this initiative become a reality. The entire 6th through 8th grade wings have been remodeled. Make sure to go check out those classrooms, especially the science room and the room with the new forms of seating and learning styles. They are awesome. We also have emphasized flexible seating throughout our school. Flexible seating simply gives us the opportunity to have options instead of the traditional tables and desks and chairs and rows. It's been great for our students who learn a little bit differently. We also have addressed technology here at St. Peter's by adding a 1-to-1 laptop program for our 6th through 8th grade students. K through 3rd grade are using iPads more frequently, and we also have increased usage of laptop carts, making it possible for our 4th and 5th grade students' technology needs to be met as well. We continue to go to Guatemala on a mission trip every year. We take students from St. Peter's and our high schools to actually work with students in a different country to spread the message of Jesus with them as well. We have more diversity than ever here at St. Peter's. 50% of our students aren't members of our church, and so we are really becoming a true community school, which is also a part of our vision for 2020. In addition to that, 10% of our children don't even have a church home, and so we have the opportunity to teach those students about Jesus maybe in a way that they've never heard before. Many students are baptized every single year, and for that we certainly give thanks. All of these things have led up to the largest enrollment that our school has ever had. At the start of this school year, we had 479 students enrolled. God is certainly faithful and good to us here at St. Peter's. I'm extremely excited about the vision for 2020 that God has laid out for us at St. Peter's to impact this community and even our entire world. And as our Vision 2020 becomes a reality, I am confident that our children will indeed tell their children, and their children will tell their children about the great and wondrous things that God has accomplished in their lives through St. Peter's Lutheran School.
Standing here on our east block between 4th and 5th and Chestnut and California Streets, where we hope by God's favor to build a building that would for many years benefit our children, our grandchildren, and the children of our neighborhood, as well as we who are adults. We're talking about a facility that would be used for athletics, for fitness, as well as for other activities. It is to be a place where all who enter will experience genuine relationships in an authentic and loving environment that reflects the heart of God. And maybe you've heard me talk about the power and the potential of athletics to teach us valuable life lessons about hard work, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose in our many life experiences. This building is to be one piece of that puzzle to help us reach our 2020 vision of reflecting the heart of God by walking alongside one another, by reaching beyond our campus, in a personalized way. Our hope is that this place will become a space where those of us who consider St. Peter's our church home, as well as the people of our neighborhood, can invite our friends to come together and experience genuine relationships in a safe and authentic and loving environment.
Welcome back to the second half of this St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network presentation. The host, Central Chargers, 7th grade boys lead the St. Peter's Lions 26-17. I'm Ted Rutang. Glad you're joining us here on this broadcast brought to you by RE/MAX. Central has the ball. We'll run down the first half scoring here in a little bit. St. Pete playing man-to-man defense. They're back out with their starting lineup on the court right now to start this second half, and we're going to have a 3-second violation called on Nick Alvarez. Each team with their starters back on to start this game. So here's Will Boyer, who started things off with a bang. He had 11 first quarter points on 3 3-pointers and a layup. They try to go inside, and it'll be tipped away. They ran a back cut for Ben Silva, but the size advantage for Central going to make that play a tough one to execute. Blythe tries to get it in bounds, and it's taken away, and it'll be Central basketball. Harmon brings it up. Pulls up, 12-footer, and Blythe gets the rebound, tiptoes the sideline, stays in bounds. Silva fires a 3, left wing, won't go down. Blythe and Horn fighting for the rebound. Horn has it, looks up court, 3 on the way, left wing won't go down. Alvarez gets the rebound. Horn tries a 3. And it's the offensive rebounding of Central that has really taken over this game. The scoring in the first half, St. Peter's was led by Will Boyer, who had 11 all in the first quarter. Tyler Blythe had 4, and Nick Stoner a pair. Again, all those points in the first quarter as they did not score in the second period. Central was led by Cooper Horn, who had 15, 8 in the first, 7 in the second. Brady Probst, 6. Luke Harmon, 3, and Landon Jarvis, 2. Those scoring totals are unofficial, so if I missed one, sorry. Stoner picks it up and will be fouled and earn a trip to the free throw line. That'll be on Luke Harmon, his second personal, I believe. Stoner's first free throw is good. Second one also good. 26-19. That breaks the scoring drought of, well, certainly at least 7.5 minutes. Central looks inside. They get a double team, pitch it back out. Harmon's baseline 3 won't go down. Alvarez, weak side rebound, rolls out. And let's see who they're going to call this foul on. And I believe they're going to get Tyler Blythe, and that is his third personal foul. When he went out of the game in the first period, it did not help the Lions as they didn't score the rest of the way. Horn pulls up straight away, 18-footer, soft touch, drops. He has 17. The lead is back to 9. Blythe drives in. Scoop, right hand off the glass, won't go down, and it is a rebound. They will have a held ball. St. Pete will throw it in underneath their own basket. Sam Woody on for St. Pete. Silva gets a screen. Good help defense, though, by Central. Their defense, after they changed to the man-to-man, has really set the tone for them in the second and third period. Silva drives baseline, puts it up, won't go down, rebound, Central. Horn looks up the court, throws it up the court. Mateo Mendez knocks it away on a good defensive play for St. Pete. Halfway through the third quarter, 28-19. The Chargers leading the Lions. Harmon, 3 on the way, won't go down. Alvarez right there to put it back up and in. His first basket on about his 6th offensive rebound. 30-19, biggest lead of the game for Central. And that's answered by Stoner. He has all 4 of the points here in the third quarter for St. Pete. 30-21. Alvarez, post move, won't go down. Rebound put back up and in by Neff. Ethan Neff, his first basket. 32-21. Drive, left hand off the glass and in. Ben Silva able to find some space. Lays it in with the left hand. That'll cut it to 32-23.
Max, Call Jean or Annette today.
(32-23), Central on top. The St. Pete Lions got out to a great start, fueled by 3 3-pointers from Will Boyer in that first period. They led 17-12 after one, but it's been pretty much all Central. It certainly was in the second quarter, and they lead by 9 now, 32-23. St. Pete has gone to a zone, and nice shot by Brady Probst. He has 8. Silva brings it down. Stoner left baseline. Got it. He's got 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game, and it's 34-25. Trying to keep this lead in single digits. Horn dribbles inside the lane. The 8-foot pull-up is good. He has 19, and it's back to an 11-point margin. Boyer fires a 3, left baseline. He's got another one. His 4th 3 of the ball game. He has 14. 36-28. 3 on the way from Harmon. That's going to be off the mark. Alvarez, though, with the rebound and the putback. Offensive rebounds for the taller Chargers have helped them to this 10-point lead. Final minute, third period. Shot blocked by Horn. Probst bringing it up. Harmon surveys the situation, says, hey, we've got 30 seconds left in the third. 10-point lead. We'll set it up. Perhaps content for the last shot. Down to 12 seconds. Harmon, left baseline, 3-pointer, got it. That hangs the net up. His second 3 of the ball game, and it's now 41-38. 8.3 seconds remaining here in the third. Emmett Romine will come on for the Lions. Silva brings it up right side, being chased by Harmon. Gives it up, and that shot is blocked by Horn, and a half-court shot will not go. At the end of 3 complete, the Central Chargers 7th grade boys 41. The St. Peter's Lions 7th grade boys 28.
Remax. Call Jean or Annette today.
(41-28) the score as we get set for fourth quarter action. Glad you're joining us here on this St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by Remax. The St. Peter's Lions came out firing early They led by as many as 11 in that first quarter, but once they got a little foul trouble, particularly on Tyler Blythe, Cooper Horn went to work, and he has 19 in the ball game. 41-28, Central leads by 13. Shot on the way. Alvarez, another offensive rebound. Superior size for the Chargers has been a huge factor in this game. Horn, three from the right baseline. Won't go down. Alvarez, another offensive rebound, and puts it back up for a bucket. 43-28. Blythe being guarded by Horn out top. Sets the offense. Pick down, throw to the post, and a nice cut by Romine. St. Pete has done some nice things offensively, but generally speaking, they haven't been able to get it inside. Blythe drives, steps back. Pretty good defense by Cooper Horn. Post feed goes out of bounds. It'll be turned over to the Chargers. Jarvis back in for the Chargers. Finally, Harmon takes a shot, and he's got his third three-pointer of the ball game. That'll make it 46-28. And he has 9. Silva backs it out. Blythe puts up a three. And this one is off the mark. Alvarez with the rebound. Horn resets, gets it in free throw line area. Jarvis didn't like what he had, pitched it back out. Horn will drive in, double clutch, off the glass. He has 21. Silva, three-pointer, left wing, won't go down. Alvarez continuing the Chargers' dominance on the boards. The drive by Jarvis, up and in. 49-28. I have it at 50, but I'm not sure if they didn't give it. They didn't give him credit for three on that three-pointer by Harmon, so we'll stick with 50. Blythe looking for some room and not really finding much there. Good defense by Central. 2.5 minutes remaining. They lead by 22. Pull-up jumper high. Archer from Silva. Central takes it away. And we're going to have a timeout called. 2:07 remaining. 50-28. The Central Chargers on top of the St. Pete Lions.
Max. Call Gene or Annette today.
50-28, they've got it corrected on the scoreboard. 2:07 remaining. Glad you're joining us here. The final score is not going to be indicative, I don't think, of the competitiveness this game showed. But Central switched from a zone to a man-to-man defense, used their size. Their defense led to some turnovers and rebounding. They got some easy shots. As there's one up by Chase Zaffey. Won't go down, and it'll go out of bounds, turn it back over to St. Pete. New players on for Central. Savion Banks, Christian Lara, Nathaniel Hedrick, and also Max Mormino. He's been in there a couple of times. For St. Pete, we'll get their lineup set here in a minute. That is Emmett Romine, who dribbles, gives it up to Jimmy Clark, drives the right baseline. His shot won't go down, but he's going to earn a trip to the free throw line. Also on is number 33, Henry Bush, and number 35, Sam Whitty. Mateo Mendez rounds out the St. Pete lineup. Clark's first free throw off the iron. Second one is short. Rebound taken out of there by Lara. Zaffey brings it up. Banks, three on the way. Off the iron, and the chase down attempt to save it was Hedrick, but they'll say it hit the sideline. 50-28 is the score. Well, St. Pete did not score in the second period, and so far they have not scored in the fourth period. They only have a minute 5 to correct that here in the fourth. Zaffey looks up the court. Mormino pulls it back. Final 45 seconds. Well, the coaching staff for this game, Gary Schaefer, the head coach for Central, along with John Wilson and Luke Probst. And of course, the coaching staff from St. Peter's, Tanner Case, Jordan Patterson, and Mark Christopher. They'll come out of this game with some different takes on it. I think both teams will be pleased to some extent. Obviously, St. Pete will not be happy they didn't score in that second quarter. But the size difference was one of the biggest factors in the game. And also, Tyler Blythe was guarding Cooper Horn, and when he picked up his second foul in the first period and sat down as Emmett Romine knocks in his first point of the ball game on the free throw. Cooper Horn went to work offensively and quite a bit in the full court action as Romine splits a pair. 50-29, final 20 seconds. Mormino gives it to Zaffey. Final 10 seconds. Will they shoot another shot? Probably not. They'll just dribble this one out. And the fans from both teams will give these players a hand, as they should. Your final score, 50-29. The Central Chargers defeat the St. Peter's Lions. We'll be back in a moment to wrap things up here for the first game, but we've got another one coming. 8th graders coming up here on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network.
here on our east block between 4th and 5th and Chestnut and California Streets, where we hope by God's favor to build a building that would for many years benefit our children, our grandchildren, and the children of our neighborhood, as well as we who are adults. We're talking about a facility that would be used for athletics, for fitness, as well as for other activities. It is to be a place where all who enter will experience genuine relationships in an authentic and loving environment that reflects the heart of God. And maybe you've heard me talk about the power and the potential of athletics to teach us valuable life lessons about hard work, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose in our many life experiences. This building is to be one piece of that puzzle to help us reach our 2020 vision of reflecting the heart of God by walking alongside one another, by reaching beyond our campus in a personalized way. Our hope is that this place will become a space where those of us who consider St. Peter's our church home, as well as the people of our neighborhood, can invite our friends to come together and experience genuine relationships in a safe and authentic and loving environment.
Welcome back to Central Middle School here in Columbus, Indiana. We are joined now by Will Boyer. Will, our St. Peter's Lutheran Remax player of the game. I know it was a tough game for you. Central had a lot of size out there.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, that made it really difficult for you guys to get the ball inside effectively on offense and to get any offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they're just so big we couldn't get anything going.
They seem to pick it up. You had a great first quarter. You were able to get open and knock in 3 3-pointers in that first quarter. Did you just feel like you had it going?
Yeah.
You knocked in one more, so you had a total of 4 3-pointers in the game. Have you ever had that many 3-pointers in one game?
I don't think so. Not sure, though.
Well, you had it going here. There's a good crowd on hand tonight. Now, at the end of the first quarter, when you guys led 17-12, what were you thinking at that time? You were thinking, hey, we can play with these guys, right?
Yeah, I was thinking we could stick with them the whole game,
But they did have a big size advantage. Obviously, that made a huge difference in the rebounding.
yeah, it did.
Now, you're going to have a little break here, but you're also going to come out and play in this 8th grade game. What can we look for in this 8th grade game tonight?
Probably the same thing. They're probably going to be bigger than us, but it's fine.
All right. Well, thank you again, and congratulations, Will Boyer, our St. Peter's Lutheran Remax player of the game, and good luck in this second game.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to run down the scoring real quick here for that game. First off, for St. Peter's, they were led, as we just mentioned, by Will Boyer with 14, 4 for Tyler Blythe, 2 for Ben Silva, 6 for Nick Stoner, and 1 for Emmett Romine. Central was led by Will Horn with 21, 9 for Luke Harmon, 8 for Brady Probst, 6 for Nick Alvarez, 4 for Landon Jarvis, and 2 for Ethan Neff. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with 8th grade action on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by Remax.
Hello, my name is Scott Schumacher, and I'm the principal here at St. Peter's Lutheran School. A year and a half ago, we designed and launched a multi-year ministry initiative that would enable our school to reach our 2020 vision. To maximize our school potential, we really have 4 key elements: increasing retention and fostering growth, reaching unchurched families with the gospel, increasing the diversity of our students, and enhancing learning opportunities. And by the grace of God and a lot of hard work, I'm here to tell you that we have made great progress on this initiative. We have spent a lot of time and energy with our junior high students to make this initiative become a reality. The entire 6th through 8th grade wings have been remodeled. Make sure to go check out those classrooms, especially the science room and the room with the new forms of seating and learning styles. They are awesome. We also have emphasized flexible seating throughout our school. Flexible seating simply gives us the opportunity to have options instead of the traditional tables and desks and chairs and rows. It's been great for our students who learn a little bit differently. We also have addressed technology here at St. Peter's by adding a one-to-one laptop program for our 6th through 8th grade students. K through 3rd grade are using iPads more frequently, and we also have increased usage of laptop carts, making it possible for our 4th and 5th grade students' technology needs to be met as well. We continue to go to Guatemala on a mission trip every year. We take students from St. Peter's and our high schools to actually work with students in a different country to spread the message of Jesus with them as well. We have more diversity than ever here at St. Peter's. 50% of our students aren't members of our church, and so we are really becoming a true community school, which is also a part of our vision for 2020. In addition to that, 10% of our children don't even have a church home. And so we have the opportunity to teach those students about Jesus, maybe in a way that they've never heard before. Many students are baptized every single year, and for that we certainly give thanks. All of these things have led up to the largest enrollment that our school has ever had. At the start of this school year, we had 479 students enrolled. God is certainly faithful and good to us here at St. Peter's. I'm extremely excited about the vision for 2020 that God has laid out for us at St. Peter's to impact this community and even our entire world. And as our Vision 2020 becomes a reality, I am confident that our children will indeed tell their children, and their children will tell their children about the great and wondrous things that God has accomplished in their lives through St. Peter's Lutheran School.
Hi, and welcome back to Central Middle School Gymnasium. Glad you're joining us here for tonight's second contest, the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. Tonight's 8th grade game will feature the St. Peter's Lions in their traveling blue. Starters, number 1, Weston Romine, number 14, Will Baker, number 23, J.T. Kuhlman, number 24, Noah Abfall, and number 30, Will Reekers. The starters for Central, jumping center was Anthony Lloyd, number 34. We'll get to the other starters here in a minute as that one's tipped and it'll stay with St. Peter's. The other starters for Central, number 42, Chase Martosha, Ethan Ianni, number 10, Harry Major, number 3, and Rhett Harmon, number 1, respectively for your Central Chargers. Head coach Michael McBride, assisted by Nate Rich and Alex Cowan. Mark Christopher, Tanner Case, and Matthew Rutch, the coaches for St. Pete. And that ball is poked away, but gathered back by St. Pete. They drop it off. Romine to the corner. Pull up on the right baseline won't go for Baker. But the shot inside, and that one won't go down for Abfall. Runner, right side. Abfall with the rebound. Reekers brings it up. Baker pulls it back. Shot on the way. Kuhlman won't go down. Long rebound, chased down by Reekers. 2-3 zone for Central. Drive, left baseline off the glass and in. First 2 points of the ball game for J.T. Kuhlman. Full court pressure, man to man. Baker guarding Major. Major jukes the defense, pulls up, knocks it down. We're tied at 2. Three-pointer on the way, won't go down for Romine. Drive, slapped out of there by Anthony Lloyd. Loose ball picked up at midcourt, however, by Kuhlman. Pass mishandled, but finally picked back up by St. Pete. Left-hand shot on the way, won't go down. Rebound pulled out of there by Rhett Harmon. Motion offense here for Central. They get it into the post. Martosha lost the handle. St. Pete comes down with it. We're tied at 2. Three-pointer on the way. Won't go down. Good rebound by Reekers. He's got a couple of offensive rebounds. They're going to say steps this time. They'll turn it back over to Central. First sub of the ball game, Bryant Trinkle on for the Chargers. St. Pete picks up the loose ball. They hustle it up the court. In the 7th grade game, there was a noticeable height advantage for Central, a little bit along the same lines in this game, but not quite as big a difference. 3 on the way, right baseline, got it. Weston Romine knocks down a 3 for the St. Peter's Lions. They lead 5-2. Ball's poked away. Romine dribbles all the way, and he's going to earn a trip to the free throw line. Rhett Harmon will be called for the personal foul. Romine knocked in the 3 from the right baseline. First free throw is up and good. Second one is also good from the left-hander. He has 5 of their 7. And a timeout on the court. Early lead for the St. Peter's Lions. They are up 7-2 over the Central Chargers on this basketball game brought to you by Remax.
Remax. Call Gene or Annette today.
Central basketball, they trail 7-2 in the early going. This 8th grade contest, as there's another loose ball on the court, and finally picked up by St. Pete. Jumper in the lane, in and out. Rebound pulled out of there by Bryant Trinkle. Annie brings it up. Three-pointer on the way and good. 7-5. As Ty Uphouse makes his first appearance and knocks in a 3. .2:15 remaining first period. Lloyd tries to trap down toward the baseline. They get it back out top. 3 on the way, won't go. Rebound put back up and in by Noah Abfall. 9-5 St. Pete. And this one's going to be thrown away again. The pressure from St. Pete causing a little problem for Central. The score in that 7th grade game was 50-29. Central coming out on top after a big start by St. Pete. They didn't score in the second quarter and only won in the 4th. 3 on the way. Up top, Weston Romine has knocked in 2 3-pointers, and he has 8 of the 12 for the Lions. Full court pressure again. Lloyd breaks the pressure and lays it up. Won't go down. He will go to the free throw line. Believe they're going to get Noah Abfall on the foul. Couldn't tell if they were signaling Abfall or Kuhlman. Anthony Lloyd at the free throw line. First one is off the mark. Rebound, put back won't go, and we'll have a tie-up. Damon Gregory on now for St. Pete, and Martosha back in to give Lloyd a breather. Nathan Wetschurak in for the Lions. 12-5 the score, 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. And they'll say that was on the line. Try it once again for Central. Move, turn around, and it's good. Harry Major has 4. Three on the way, Romine won't go down. Offensive rebound for St. Pete, and another one. Now it's Gregory out top. Baseline move, and it won't go down. Pretty strong move by Kuhlman. He'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Bryant Trinkle called for the foul there for Central. Kuhlman's first, bounces and spins out. Second one also around the rim and out. Foul called. I'm not sure who they're going to get here. Could not tell who they gave that one to. So only 2 team fouls. Nobody's in any foul trouble yet. Ethan Ianni with the ball out top. Ianni, Harmon now. And then he gets it to Uphouse, and a foul will be called this time on Kuhlman. And I'm not sure if that isn't his second foul. He will be coming out with 16 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Marco Williams on for St. Pete. Ianni puts up a 3 from out top. Won't go down. Nice block out by St. Peter's. 10 seconds remaining in the first. Romine tries another 3, and he's got his third 3 of the first period. He has 11, and St. Peter's will lead after one, 15-7 on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Time to meet the Columbus Central 8th grade cheerleader.
Max. Call Jean or Annette today.
(15-7) the score here in this 8th grade contest. Glad you're joining us. This basketball game brought to you by Remax. Jean Donica and Annette Donica Blythe bringing us this basketball action. St. Pete out to a good start that first period. Weston Romine, 3 3-pointers and a pair of free throws to lead the way with 11. The Lions have an 8-point advantage, and we will start this second quarter. Will Baker brings it up. Central, little trap action, and that pass will go off the hands of Gregory. Chargers basketball. St. Pete will play some full court defense as well. Central goes over the top, and going in for the layup was Major. He couldn't get it, and finally it's pulled out of there by Reekers. Baseline drive. Reekers thought about the 15-footer. Instead dishes it out. Gregory's 3 on the way. He's got it. 18-7, 11-point margin for St. Pete. Major, double teamed, ball's loose on the court, still scrambling, and they're going to say a held ball. As Williams and Trinkle were both trying to wrestle that one away. St. Peter's basketball, they lead by 11, 5:13 remaining in the second. However, change, the possession arrow is actually for Central. St. Pete in a zone now. Three-pointer on the way and an air ball, but the pass is intercepted by Harmon. He puts up a three. This one off the glass and in. 18-10. Reekers down the lane, puts it up and in. 20-10, St. Pete. Cross-court pass, and that one will be saved by St. Pete. Reekers brings it up. Bounce pass, layup, won't go. And another offensive rebound, this time by Baker. Finally pulled out of there by Lloyd, and we'll get a foul called on Nathan Wettrack. Into the lane. Nice job there against the zone by Central of getting it into the lane. Ianni turned around and was bumped. Chargers basketball underneath their own bucket. And a three from Red Harmon, his second three. 20-13. Baker brings it up. Gregory resets at the top. Drive, reverse, won't go down, but the rebound put back up and in by Abfall. He has four. Left baseline, three-pointer on the way. Around the rim and out. Abfall with the rebound and a nice outlet pass. Baker down with the left hand, won't go down. We're pushing the pace up the other way now. Ianni has it knocked away, and we've got some subs coming in for both teams. Weston Romine will come back in for Gregory. And Owen Barkus in for the Lions. They go into Lloyd, and they're going to call a foul. And I believe that'll go on Weston Romine. It does. And that is 16 fouls now on St. Pete. They lead by 9, 22-13. Crossover move. Shot won't go down for Harmon, and it's saved. And it will remain St. Peter's basketball. Now on for St. Pete is number 10. Ben Silva. He played in the 7th grade game. Shot by Abfall, won't go down. Rebound pulled out of there by Uphouse. 22-13, 2.5 remaining first half. Harmon resets out top. Major might have gotten away with a double dribble. They won't call it on that one. Lloyd has it poked away, and he will earn a trip to the free throw line as I think Owen Barkus picks up his first foul, and that'll be the 7th on the team, so 1-1, sending Anthony Lloyd to the free throw line. First one is around the rim and out. Abfall with the rebound and a quick outlet. Nice job, Abfall, securing the board and getting it down the court. Baker looks inside, can't get it, swings it back out top. Now they'll go to Abfall on the right block. Post move is off the mark. Steal. And a scramble inside, and I think we're going to get a foul on Rhett Harmon. I believe that is the second on Harmon. Trinkle back on for Central as Michael McBride keeps shuffling his players, and a timeout called on the court. 22-13, St. Peter's leading Central, 1:40 remaining, first half action.
Max. Call Gene or Annette today.
St. Peter's basketball underneath their own bucket. They lead by 9, 1:40 remaining first half. Inbounds pass is wrestled away, and we'll probably have another held ball. We do. This time the possession arrow will stay with St. Pete. Play called by Coach Mark Christopher is play number 4. And it could be the 4th three-pointer of the night, and it is for Weston Romine. He has 14 of their 25 of the first half. Harmon's shot knocked away. He fights for it underneath the basket. And a nice move in there by Ty Uphouse. He has 5, and it's 25-15. Under a minute to play, first half. Baker looks at the clock, 30 seconds remaining. See if St. Pete is content to just hold it for the last shot. They bounce it inside, and we'll have a foul called in the post. And I think they'll get Bryant Trinkle for his second. A couple of subs into the ball game. Major back on for Central, and Tyler Blythe makes his first appearance in this 8th grade contest. He was saddled with some foul issues in that 7th grade game. 10 seconds remaining. Good drive, but an excellent effort defensively by Owen Barkus. Comes in to swat that one away. We'll have a timeout with 6.4 seconds remaining here in the first half. Central trailing St. Pete by 10. We will see what head coach Michael McBride drew up there at that timeout. Obviously looking to get Central back on the board, and a nice inbounds play right to Chase Martosha, and he scores to make it an 8-point game, and that will end the first half. At the end of 2 quarters, the St. Peter's Lions 25, the Central Chargers 17.
Hello, my name is Scott Schumacher, and I'm the principal here at St. Peter's Lutheran School. A year and a half ago, we designed and launched a multi-year ministry initiative that would enable our school to reach our 2020 vision. To maximize our school potential, we really have 4 key elements: increasing retention and fostering growth, reaching unchurched families with the gospel, increasing the diversity of our students, and enhancing learning opportunities. And by the grace of God and a lot of hard work, I'm here to tell you that we have made great progress on this initiative. We have spent a lot of time and energy with our junior high students to make this initiative become a reality. The entire 6th through 8th grade wings have been remodeled. Make sure to go check out those classrooms, especially the science room and the room with the new forms of seating and learning styles. They are awesome. We also have emphasized flexible seating throughout our school. Flexible seating simply gives us the opportunity to have options instead of the traditional tables and desks and chairs and rows. It's been great for our students who learn a little bit differently. We also have addressed technology here at St. Peter's by adding a one-to-one laptop program for our 6th through 8th grade students. K through 3rd grade are using iPads more frequently, and we also have increased usage of laptop carts, making it possible for our 4th and 5th grade students' technology needs to be met as well. We continue to go to Guatemala on a mission trip every year. We take students from St. Peter's and our high schools to actually work with students in a different country to spread the message of Jesus with them as well. We have more diversity than ever here at St. Peter's. 50% of our students aren't members of our church, and so we are really becoming a true community school, which is also a part of our vision for 2020. In addition to that, 10% of our children don't even have a church home, and so we have the opportunity to teach those students about Jesus maybe in a way that they've never heard before. Many students are baptized every single year, and for that we certainly give thanks. All of these things have led up to the largest enrollment that our school has ever had. At the start of this school year, we had 479 students enrolled. God is certainly faithful and good to us here at St. Peter's. I'm extremely excited about the vision for 2020 that God has laid out for us at St. Peter's to impact this community and even our entire world. And as our Vision 2020 becomes a reality, I am confident that our children will indeed tell their children, and their children will tell their children about the great and wondrous things that God has accomplished in their lives through St. Peter's Lutheran School.
here on our east block between 4th and 5th and Chestnut and California Streets, where we hope by God's favor to build a building that would for many years benefit our children, our grandchildren, and the children of our neighborhood, as well as we who are adults. We're talking about a facility that would be used for athletics, for fitness, as well as for other activities. It is to be a place where all who enter will experience genuine relationships in an authentic and loving environment that reflects the heart of God. And maybe you've heard me talk about the power and the potential of athletics to teach us valuable life lessons about hard work, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose in our many life experiences. This building is to be one piece of that puzzle to help us reach our 2020 vision of reflecting the heart of God by walking alongside one another, by reaching beyond our campus in a personalized way. Our hope is that this place will become a space where those of us who consider St. Peter's our church home, as well as the people of our neighborhood, can invite our friends to come together and experience genuine relationships in a safe and authentic and loving environment.
"25-17 is your halftime score. Glad you're joining us here on the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. I'm Ted Rutan. The first half scoring in this 8th grade contest. First for the home team, Central Chargers. They were led by Rhett Harmon with 6, 5 for Ty Uphouse, 4 for Harry Major, and 2 for Chase Martosha. St. Peter's was led in scoring by Weston Romine. He had 14, including 4 3-pointers, 3 for Damon Gregory, 4 for Noah Abfall, and 2 apiece for J.T. Kuhlman and Will Reekers. Three-pointer on the way and good for Bryant Trinkle. His first points of the ball game. Maybe this can get Central's offense jump-started. They made it a 5-point game with that opening three-pointer. The starters are on the court for St. Peter's back to open this second half. Central has a couple of different players, or at least one different player to start this, as Reekers knocks in a short jumper. He has 4, and it's 27-20. And a steal. Right-hander up and in. Nice play, Will Baker. 29-20. Full court pressure. Major looks down the court. And up and in is Trinkle once again, and he is fouled. Count it. And put him on the line. Noah Abfall picks up the foul. 29-22. Trinkle's free throw, no good. Baker's 3 on the way, got it. He didn't score the first half. He has 5 quickly here in the third quarter. 32-22, 10-point margin for the Lions. Steal, taken out of there by Romine. Now it goes back. Reekers. And the Lions will set it back up. Swing it, weak side. Baseline drive. Romine fires up a 3. Baker with the rebound. And there'll be a foul on Abfall again as he bumped into Trinkle on that rebound, and I believe that'll be 3 on Noah Abfall. They'll replace Abfall with Owen Barkus. Full court pressure again from St. Pete. Another turnover. Kuhlman brings it up. Nice dish. And the beneficiary is Owen Barkus on a nice play from JT Kuhlman. St. Pete leads by 12. Timeout Central. (34-22). St. Pete on top. They change their pressure to a three-quarter court 1-3-1. Let's see if Central can handle it. Lloyd gets the ball and a nice pass, and Trinkle has 7 already here in the third quarter. He did not score in the first half, but a good start here in the third. Left-hander on the way. 3 good for Baker. He has 8 in the third. (37-24). Another steal. Riekers bounce pass. Baker left-hander up and in. No, he did not score the first half. He has 10 already in the third. Pressure defense. Finally, Central gets it across half court. Baseline jumper, won't go down. Lloyd, big rebound, puts it back up and in. First bucket for Anthony Lloyd. All the way to the basket before being challenged. Nobody picked up Kuhlman, so he just took it all the way in. He was fouled and will earn a trip to the line. I believe they're going to get Trinkle, and if they do, that's his third. First one is good for JT Kuhlman. St. Peter's has added to their halftime lead. They led by 8 at the half. They now are up by 14. Second one off the back iron, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Pete. Inbounds play. Kuhlman, nice drive, pitch out. Riekers, 3. Won't go. Lloyd with the board. Harmon, nice kick to the corner. Offensive rebound, Major, back up and in. Stutter, dribble by Kuhlman. Ball's on the deck, and we'll have a whistle for a held ball. Cody Kiefer on for the Central Chargers. 40-28, 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Lloyd Goes through the defense, off the glass and in. A pair of buckets here in the third for Anthony Lloyd. Shot won't go down. Battle for the rebound. Picked up another one off the iron. And a good move there by Riekers, as he was able to pump fake and get Anthony Lloyd up in the air, earning him a trip to the free throw line. Riekers has 4, his first chance at the charity stripe in tonight's ball game. First is just short. Ethan Ianni back on for Central. Second one is good for Riekers. He has 5 points now. 41-30. Ball is deflected. Riekers picks it up. Nice feet ahead. The shot won't go down, but Riekers battles for the rebound. And it's loose at midcourt. Held ball, possession arrow, Chargers. They're still deciding on that, and while they do, the referees for tonight's game, Andrew Hall and Rich Day, have done a great job during these two contests. Now they've got it squared away. Wetrack on for the St. Peter's Lions. 1:20 remaining in the third. 41-30 the score. Man-to-man defense for St. Pete. And a whistle. We're going to have a foul away from the ball. And they're going to call a foul on Cody Kiefer for an illegal screen. 1 minute remaining. And a steal. Kiefer comes back after the foul. The steal, puts it back up, won't go down. Riekers is called for an extra step. Will Baker gives Riekers a break, and he gets a nice hand. 41-30. Final 50 seconds of the third period. It's a one-on-one battle out top, Harmon and Romine. Shot up and in. (41-32). And they'll get Lloyd with a reach-in foul. Fifth foul on Central here in this second half. An open Romine, right baseline. Can't get this one to drop. Rebound taken out of there, but finally Lloyd with the rebound on the third attempt, as Wetrack had a nice offensive rebound. Couldn't finish it off. (18 seconds remaining. Third period, 41-32. Lloyd breaks the pressure, goes all the way, lays it up, and it won't go down. 6.2 seconds remaining. St. Pete will have one last chance here in the third. Kuhlman goes all the way, scoop right hand, won't go down, and Lloyd's rebound will finish off the third quarter. At the end of three, the St. Peter's Lions 41, the Central Chargers 32.
Max. Call Gene or Annette today.
41-32 the score. St. Peter's led at the end of one, 15-7. They led by 8 at halftime, 25-17. And now they lead by 9 as we head into the fourth quarter. So I want to thank the athletic director for St. Pete, Tony Whitman, and of course from Central, Alex Engelbert. And the principal, Randy Gratz, for allowing us to bring you this ball game from this Central Middle School gymnasium. Steele, Lloyd goes up with a layup and scores, and that cuts the lead to 7. Baker looks up court, saved by Wetrack. 3 from the left corner won't go down. Ball taken out of there by Uphouse. Central trying to close the gap. They trail by 7. Ianni with the ball out top. Lloyd gets it in low, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. They'll get Wetrack with the foul. It will be Central ball underneath their own basket. Ianni puts up a 3 immediately, won't go. Pulled out of there by Tyler Blythe. He's swinging around weak side. Nice drive, and off the glass and in for JT Kuhlman. He has 5. Central doing a better job against the pressure here in the late third and early fourth as Lloyd scores again. He had a slow start offensively, but he now has 8. Blythe drives in, 2-on-1, puts it up, won't go. And they're going to say it was out of bounds to St. Peter's. Couple of subs coming on. Number 24 for each team. Noah Abfall and Bryant Trinkle. Blythe from the corner. 3 on the way. Won't go. Kuhlman flies in for the rebound. Good cross-court pass from Blythe to Kuhlman. Nice find as Lloyd was out trapping out top, but good find from Tyler Blythe to JT Kuhlman. Man-to-man defense now for St. Pete. Ball knocked away, and it'll go back to the St. Peter's Lions. They're picking up their man-to-man pressure. 3:56 remaining here in the fourth. Baker went right, tried to split the trap, and instead it's going to be loose on the court. And that'll be, we'll find out who they're giving possession to when we come back from this timeout. 45-36, St. Pete up by 9. Central basketball. They get it right into Lloyd. He has this one knocked away by Abfall. And I think they're going to get a hold on the baseline on the rebound, and that'll be Tyler Blythe picking up the foul. 6 now on St. Pete. Next one will send Central into the bonus. They go once again to Lloyd, and he scores again. Scoreless first half. He has 10 here in the second. And that pass is knocked away, and we're going to have a foul called once again on Tyler Blythe. Cody Kiefer to inbound for Central. Unsure what we have going here unless they're trying to decide who's shooting free throws, because that was, I believe, the 7th team foul, and it should be a 1-and-1 for Central. I thought it was Kiefer that was fouled, and he should be at the line for a 1 and bonus. Again, the officials in today's ball game, Andrew Hall and Rich Day, they've done a nice job throughout. And they're discussing this over at the scorer's bench. And they're going to say that was only the 6th team foul. Okay. Major gives it up to Rhett Harmon. Harmon hit a couple of threes in the second quarter. That's the extent of his scoring tonight. Kiefer. Lloyd, and Lloyd took a hop when he first caught the ball. 45-38. 7-point game here in the fourth. Baker. Left side, got it. Nice hesitation, got the defense behind him. He now has 12. Central moving the ball out top, taken away by Reekers. He's going to go all the way. Left hand layup and good. He has 7. 49-38. And Reekers takes that one away. Kuhlman drives in, up over Lloyd, gets his own rebound, back up, won't go. And they'll say it will stay St. Peter's basketball. 2:16 remaining in the fourth. It's an 11-point St. Peter's lead. You're watching the St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network, brought to you by RE/MAX. St. Peter's basketball underneath their own bucket. Will Reekers to inbound. Set up play number 3. They work it around weak side. Reekers. Good box out there by Rhett Harmon, and he will be fouled over the back by Weston Romine, I do believe, and that will send Harmon to the free throw line. We are now into the 1 and bonus. And if Central can hit their free throws, they can put some points on the board without the clock moving. Harmon has not been at the free throw line in tonight's contest. First one is good. 10-point game, 49-39. Second one also good. They look up the court. Riekers finds Baker off the glass and in. Nice find from Will Riekers to Will Baker. Back to an 11-point lead, 51-40. Under 2 minutes. Major drives in, left-hander won't go. Rebound fought for and pulled out of there by Riekers. He looks up the court to Baker again, and this time he slows it up. Kuhlman looks inside, Abfall, left open, he scores. 53-40, 1:30 remaining. Lloyd gets it inside, and his shot won't go down, but he will earn a trip to the free throw line. Kuhlman will pick up his third. They say it was not a shooting foul, so it is one and bonus. Couple of subs in for St. Pete. Wetcherak. Nick Stoner on for the first time in this 8th grade game. Marco Williams also back on for the Lions. First front end of the bonus won't go down. Major fights for the offensive rebound. We go right back into Lloyd again, and this time he's got it. Count it, and put him on the line. Could not tell who they gave the foul to. I believe it might have been Baker. No one in serious foul trouble for the Lions. 53-42, 3-point play. 53-43, scoreboard put it up for the wrong team. St. Peter's playing keep away, and Baker splits the trap, draws a foul. Once again, we've got it right here. It's 53-43, should be the correct score. The scoreboard showing 54-42. They actually gave the last free throw to St. Pete that Lloyd connected on. Held ball. It'll stay with St. Pete. Now they've got the scoreboard correct, 53-43. 47.2 seconds remaining. Riekers gets it. It's keep away time for St. Pete. And they're doing a nice job of it. Riekers, Baker. Back to Riekers, Williams. And once again, they'll go across the court. They try to throw it into the post, and there will be some contact, and finally a foul is called. Wetcherak going to the free throw line. Won't go down. But he chases down the long rebound, and it's a held ball, and this time it should go back to Central. Major shot from out top is an air ball, and that will turn it back over to St. Pete. 11 seconds remaining, and this should finish it up. 53-43. St. Peter's with a 10-point lead. Central still pressuring, trying to get a steal. They get one. Major's shot won't go. Reekers with the rebound, and that will end the ball game. The final score, the St. Peter's Lions, 53. Central Chargers, 43. We'll be back in a moment with our St. Peter's Lutheran Sports Network RE/MAX Player of the Game.
I'm standing here on our east block between 4th and 5th and Chestnut and California Streets, where we hope by God's favor to build a building that would for many years benefit our children, our grandchildren, and the children of our neighborhood, as well as we who are adults. We're talking about a facility that would be used for athletics, for fitness, as well as for other activities. It is to be a place where all who enter will experience genuine relationships in an authentic and loving environment that reflects the heart of God. And maybe you've heard me talk about the power and the potential of athletics to teach us valuable life lessons about hard work, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose in our many life experiences. This building is to be one piece of that puzzle to help us reach our 2020 vision of reflecting the heart of God by walking alongside one another, by reaching beyond our campus in a personalized way. Our hope is that this place will become a space where those of us who consider St. Peter's our church home, as well as the people of our neighborhood, can invite our friends to come together and experience genuine relationships in a safe and authentic and loving environment.
Welcome back here to Central Middle School Gymnasium, and we are joined by our St. Peter's Lutheran RE/MAX Player of the Game, Will Baker. Will, congratulations. That was a big win.
Thank you.
Always a tough a game when you're going to play against Central, and you're taking their best players, taking on their A team. That has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it feels good. They're good.
You guys got off to a great start. In that first half, you didn't score, but Weston Romine had the hot hand, and you guys got the lead and kind of kept it there. And then you got the hot hand in the second half.
Yeah, Weston was on fire, and then I felt like I had to step up and start scoring.
They seemed to try to pressure you guys, but you didn't turn it over too many times. You did a good job. Did you practice against their press?
We practiced pressing, and we worked hard at practice on that.
You guys were able to cause some turnovers, and that might have got you the early lead there in the ball game.
Yeah. We played good defense and kept them scrambling, and that forced turnovers.
And you held your own, even though they had a little bit of a size advantage against you guys. You still held your own on the rebounds. And did you really work on blocking out this week in practice?
Yeah, coach says block out every shot that goes up.
Well, your coaching staff did a great job. They had you guys ready. Congratulations on being the player of the game.
Thank you.
All right. Congratulations to Will Baker. I'm going to run down the scoring real quickly. First for Central, they were led by Anthony Lloyd with 13, 8 for Rhett Harmon, 6 for Harry Major, 5 for Ty Uphouse, 7 for Bryant Trinkle, 2 for Ethan Ianni, and 2 for Chase Martosha. For the St. Peter's Lions, they were led by Will Baker and Weston Romine, 14 each, 7 apiece for J.T. Kuhlman and Will Reekers, 6 for Noah Abfall, 3 for Damon Gregory, and 2 for Owen Barkus. The final score, 53-43, a 10-point win for the St. Peter's Lions. That's going to do it for our coverage. For our executive producer, Dean O'Neill, I'm Ted Rutan. Have a very pleasant good evening, everybody.
Hello, my name is Scott Schumacher, and I'm the principal here at St. Peter's Lutheran School. A year and a half ago, we designed and launched a multi-year ministry initiative that would enable our school to reach our 2020 vision. To maximize our school potential, we really have 4 key elements: increasing retention and fostering growth, reaching unchurched families with the gospel, increasing the diversity of our students, and enhancing learning opportunities. And by the grace of God and a lot of hard work, I'm here to tell you that we have made great progress on this initiative. We have spent a lot of time and energy with our junior high students to make this initiative become a reality. The entire 6th through 8th grade wings have been remodeled. Make sure to go check out those classrooms, especially the science room and the room with the new forms of seating and learning styles. They are awesome. We also have emphasized flexible seating throughout our school. Flexible seating simply gives us the opportunity to have options instead of the traditional tables and desks and chairs and rows. It's been great for our students who learn a little bit differently. We also have addressed technology here at St. Peter's by adding a one-to-one laptop program for our 6th through 8th grade students. K through 3rd grade are using iPads more frequently, and we also have increased usage of laptop carts, making it possible for our 4th and 5th grade students' technology needs to be met as well. We continue to go to Guatemala on a mission trip every year. We take students from St. Peter's and our high schools to actually work with students in a different country to spread the message of Jesus with them as well. We have more diversity than ever here at St. Peter's. 50% of our students aren't members of our church, and so we are really becoming a true